Hello, hi, and assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are fine and okay. Today we are going to discuss one of the most important topics, conditional sentences. I'll be discussing it from NMDCAT point of view because most of the students are confused in sentence structure. So this lecture will help you identify a correct conditional sentence, and if there is any mistake in a sentence, so you would be able to identify that mistake after listening to this complete lecture. Before we start, let us define what conditional sentence is. A sentence that gives a condition and the outcome of the condition. So conditional sentence basically establishes a condition and then it provides the possible or probable result of that condition. If this happens, that will happen. Okay, a conditional sentence has two parts: if clause and main clause. If clause shows the condition and main clause provides the result, provides the outcome of whatever the condition is. We have four types of conditional sentences: the zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, and third conditional sentence. These four conditional sentences are different on the basis of meaning and on the basis of structure. We will start with zero conditional. A zero conditional sentence, first of all, if we define it, it's a conditional sentence that shows facts. It shows facts, right? And their possible results. This is the only conditional sentence in which you use, like you can use if or when, like you can even use when in this conditional sentence, because it's not a real conditional sentence, since it doesn't show any condition that may have some impossibility. So it's always possible, right? So that's why we call it a zero conditional, because it shows facts. The structure for the if clause will be if or when and then present tense. So it can be present indefinite tense, present continuous tense, perfect, or perfect continuous tense. And then the main clause will have again the same present tense. It shows like facts. So if I give you an example, when you sweat too much, when you sweat too much, you dehydrate. So you see, this is a fact that when you sweat too much, you dehydrate. And that's what zero conditional shows, right? Or you can say when water reaches 100 degrees, it boils. When you heat water, it evaporates. When you close your eyes, you don't see anything. So that is how zero conditional sentence is used. Do remember that you have to use present indefinite tense in the if clause as well as in the main clause, and this comma is necessary, right? If you forget this comma, then your sentence is wrong. So when you sweat too much, you dehydrate is the example of zero conditional. First conditional. The structure for first conditional is if plus present tense. So present tense, any four aspects of present tense: present indefinite, continuous, perfect, or perfect continuous. And the main clause will take future tense. So any aspect of future tense can come there. Definition is that it shows a real condition, in present and its possible result. The possible result can be in present, it can be in future, right? The structure is if plus present tense. So present indefinite, present continuous, anything, right? So if I say if you run fast, you will catch the bus. If you run fast, you will catch the bus. So you see, you run fast is present indefinite tense, and this is if. And then you will catch the bus is the future tense and the main clause. In Urdu, we say, agar aap tez bhagoge, to aap bus pakad loge, right? In Pashto, we say, Katamanda tez hua hai, no tab bus rauni se. That's the first conditional sentence, right? You can even change the order, you can invert it, like the main clause can come in the beginning and the if clause can come at the end. So the sentence will be, you will catch the bus if you run fast. So when you use the main clause in the beginning and the if clause after, then you do not need to put this comma. But if the if clause is in the beginning and the main clause comes after, then do not forget this comma. This is very much important. This was first conditional, and I believe it is clear. Now coming towards second conditional, which is somehow complicated and most of the students face problems in it. Second conditional is based on an unreal condition, right? So it shows an unreal condition and its probable result. Right? And its probable result. So like we are talking about present and something that is real in present, we talk opposite to that reality. So if like I say I'm a teacher, this is reality. But when I say if I am not a teacher, like I am not a teacher is against reality because I am a teacher. That is what you mean by unreal, right? Like it's daytime, this is reality. So if I say like I say it is night time, so during daytime if you call it night time, that is against reality. The structure is you will use if, and after if you will use past indefinite or past continuous tense, these two tenses only, and then the main clause will use past auxiliary. By past auxiliary I mean that you don't have to use will, you have to use would. You don't have to use can, you have to use could. This is what I mean by using past auxiliary. And then base form of the verb, the plural verb, go, run, take, catch, eat, drink, see. These forms of verbs will be used, right? The structure is if plus past indefinite. Now, I say, like I do not live near the academy, so I do not reach on time. Now the condition would be the unreal condition would be I live near the academy and I reach on time. So you say if I lived near the academy, I could reach on time, right? Now it is not raining and we are not eating pakoras. Okay, pakoda in English would be fritter. Okay, so it is not raining and we are not eating pakoras, right? I'll use pakora. So the conditional sentence for this would be if, now it is raining is present, and if it was raining. But do remember, in second conditional sentence, you will use were instead of was, right? So if it were raining, we would be eating pakoras. Right? If it were raining, we would be eating pakoras. Similarly, I'm not a doctor, so I don't charge high. I'm not a doctor and I don't charge high. So the second conditional would be, if I were a doctor, I would charge high. Similarly, if you translate it into Urdu or Hindi, you would say, अगर मैं डॉक्टर होता तो मैं ज़्यादा फीस लेता, अगर बारिश होती तो हम पकोड़े खाते, अगर मैं अकेडमी के करीब रहता तो मैं जल्दी पहुंचता. So these are the unreal conditions, right, which you express using second conditional sentence. Then the last conditional sentence is the third conditional sentence. The structure is if plus past perfect or past perfect continuous tense, right? And then after the comma, the main clause will be past auxiliary, as I already told you, and then have, which is necessary, and then third form of the verb. Okay, so definition is that it shows a past unreal condition. A past unreal condition and its result in the past, right? A past unreal condition and its result. Okay, so yesterday you asked me a question and I didn't answer you. You asked me a question and I didn't answer you because I did not understand your question, so I didn't answer you. Now this is real. The unreal would be, I understood your answer, I understood your question and I answered you, right? That would be the real, and unreal would be I didn't, that would be the unreal, and real is I didn't understand your question, so I didn't answer you. Now, to put it into the structure, if I had, if, and then past perfect, I had. If I had understood your question, if I had understood your question, I, and then past auxiliary, would, and then have, and then third form of the verb, 3 V's for third form of the verb, past participle form of the verb, I would have answered you. If I had understood your question, I would have answered you. The Urdu version of this sentence would be, अगर मैं आपके सवाल को समझता तो मैं आपको ज़रूर जवाब दे देता. Similarly, yesterday you asked me to give you some money, but I didn't have money, so I didn't give you, or I didn't pay you, I didn't give you money. So you say, I say, if I had had money, I would have definitely given you. अब आपने मुझसे कल पैसे मांगे और मैंने आपको कल पैसे नहीं दिए, तो आज मैं आपसे कहता हूँ कि अगर मेरे पास पैसे होते तो मैं आपको पैसे दे देता. अब मेरे पास कल पैसे नहीं थे तो मैंने आपको पैसे नहीं दिए, तो मैं कहता हूँ अगर मेरे पास पैसे होते तो मैं आपको पैसे दे देता. If I had had money, I would have given you. Is that clear? Thank you very much. Take a very good care of yourselves. See you when I see you next. Good luck. Goodbye.